It is recognized as Germany's biggest post-war financial fraud scandal. Once Europe's most exciting fine tech company with 250,000 customers and a market valuation of $26 billion, outweighing even that of Germany's #1 lender, Deutsche Bank. Today, the payment service provider is bankrupt, and its former CEO, Markus Braun, and 2 other executives facing criminal charges, and ex-COO Jens Marsalek on the run. It all came crashing down when it emerged that $2.1 billion had disappeared from the company's balance sheet. German prosecutors believe Austrian-born Braun, along with others at Wirecard, artificially increased the company's assets and revenues in order to appeal financially stronger and more attractive to investors. Large-scale commercial fraud that prosecutors say dates back as far as 2015.
Der Tatvorwurf ist hinsichtlich der verschiedenen Beschuldigten unterschiedlich.
The charges vary from suspect to suspect, but altogether they are charged with organized commercial criminal fraud, breach of trust, false accounting and market manipulation in multiple cases. At the moment, we only have an impression from interviews with witnesses who reported a strict hierarchical system marked by loyalty and pledges of allegiance to the CEO.
Und Treue schwören gegenüber dem Vorstandsvorsitzenden als Führungsperson berichtet.
In 2020, Wirecard became the first ever DAX member to file for insolvency, owing nearly $4 billion. Yet sharp criticism also fell on the federal government and financial watchdog BaFin for missing early warning signs. Both the then finance minister, now Chancellor Olaf Scholz, and then Economic Minister Peter Altmaier were grilled by a parliamentary committee about potential regulatory fraud and when exactly they learned of Wirecard's misconduct. Documents showed that Scholz was told of concerns as early as February 2019.
It's clear that this is a financial scandal, and while the financial supervision is with the finance ministry, what's most important to me is Angela Merkel's role and the role of Mr. Scholz. Who failed more in this, they can decide amongst themselves.
Former Chancellor Angela Merkel also faced lawmakers over reports that she promoted the company during a trip to China in September 2019, when journalists were already voicing doubts about Wirecard's books. The Parliamentary Investigation Committee concluded the economic damage from Wirecard amounted to over $31 billion and said it was regrettable that no one in the German government had taken responsibility for the scandal. A special police task force searching multiple properties, scouring immense amounts of data, and involving authorities from around 25 countries have compiled the case against Markus Braun and his fellow defendants. Braun, who denies any wrongdoing, could face up to 15 years in jail if found guilty.